Boxing Source here, and we're going to talk about the fight that happened with Oscar Valdez and Jayson Velez. That was the main event at the Bubble in Las Vegas. That was the last main event in the series of fights they've had in the bubble over the past 6 weeks or so. They will be breaking off now until, I guess a couple of weeks from now, where they're going to be having fights on Saturday. So there won't be a top rank card on Thursday. There'll be a little bit of a break, and then we'll start seeing fights on Saturdays through top rank. So we're going to be looking forward to that. But talking about this fight with Oscar Valdez and Jayson Velez, Oscar Valdez was able to get the 10th round stoppage victory. In the scorecards, he pretty much had all of the judges in his favor going into that 10th round with only one score, 85 to 84, going into the 10th round. And speaking with Oscar Valdez, he seems like he was, kind of like working on a few things there against Jayson Velez, and he did mention that Velez is a very tough fighter. He hasn't been stopped up to that particular point. So there were a few things that he had to, get straight over the course of the fight. Even though, with the commentary that was going on during the fight, they really weren't that confident in Oscar Valdez over the course of that particular fight. He felt that he was very tentative in those first few rounds, and that he wasn't as aggressive as they've usually seen him on his way to becoming the WBO featherweight champion before moving up to super featherweight. Now, he was able to, connect with the left hook multiple times, particularly in the fourth round. He started to get to Velez, and then in the fifth round, he was able to, score that knockdown. And, when he was able to score that knockdown in the fifth round, that gave him, a little bit more of an edge in the particular fight. He was able to connect a little bit more from the fifth round on, and eventually break down Jayson Velez to score the 10th round victory stoppage there. So he moves on, and he will be eventually facing the WBC super featherweight champion Miguel Berchelt, who has been a champion for a good amount of years now. Has held that belt for I think it was since 2017 or something like that. Has had a good number of defenses there since then against likes of Francisco Vargas, Miguel Roman, and Jason Sosa. But now he'll be lined up to face Oscar Valdez, and we're going to see how that fight is going to turn out. A lot of people feel like it's going to be a action-packed fight with two guys there based in Mexico, and for me, I just think that Valdez, who is working with Eddie Reynoso, is trying to mix a little bit of offense and defense. Try to see what his opponent does before reacting more now than he used to before. Because at one particular point when he was facing Adam Lopez, he did get caught by Adam Lopez early in that fight before he was able to get that stoppage victory. So with Berchelt, who is pretty much a heavy-handed puncher, that is something that Oscar Valdez is going to be watching out for in that particular fight. So I think he's going to be working on seeing what he could do against the likes of a Miguel Berchelt, seeing the tendencies of Miguel Berchelt and what he can do, and make the adjustments off of that. Now, he's coming in there with 66 inch reach. They're at, what is it, like 5'5.5", what they have him listed as 5'5.5", with Miguel Berchelt there at 5'7" with a 71-inch reach. So he's going up against a little bit of a taller fighter with a longer reach, and is like I said, fairly heavy-handed there in the super featherweight division. So you're gonna have to see if Oscar Valdez is gonna be able to make adjustments to either try to get to the inside and work the inside of Miguel Berchelt, or try to box and see what Berchelt does first and then come off that with a counter. Now they're talking about this being an all-action fight. Now I'm not sure if that is something that a Oscar Valdez wants to do at this particular point, but once the fight becomes official, we will see how he's going to approach this particular fight. Like I said, with Eddie Reynoso in this corner. That's what I got for this particular topic. You can subscribe to the Boxing Source here on YouTube, or catch the Boxing Source radio show live Sundays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, or catch the podcast on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, maybe on iHeartRadio. Might be on iHeartRadio soon. We'll find out. But until then, I'll catch y'all later. Peace.